How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crypto Clout, the YouTube show where we talk about all the latest and greatest information in the cryptocurrency world. And today we have a very exciting episode. The subject of discussion is going to be the recent developments that have been culminating around XRP Ripple and what we can be expecting to see involving this particular side of the cryptocurrency ecosystem as we continue to develop and move forward and see a lot of these different variables coming together. So right off the bat, it's important to recap on this sort of old news now, but Coinbase custody wins NYDFS license. This is huge. So basically what we're going to be seeing now is a lot more accessibility, including that sort of as these things go forward. So XRP, really leading the charge, I'd say. I mean, definitely getting recognized, in these different news articles. But when to expect a XRP listing on Coinbase now? This sort of talk on the tip of everybody's tongue. Coinbase to offer XRP custody, custodial services, and will Coinbase now list Coinbase? Well, basically, that's definitely interesting. Because real can be. We've been seeing a lot of these different things happening with Coinbase, and they're not the top dog anymore. Realistically, their throne is being challenged, and they need to find a way sooner rather than later to develop these inroads to a lot of this different accessibility of the basically the ecosystem of cryptocurrency. And I think that Ripple XRP certainly has aligned themselves with the establishment. I know that Ripple XRP often gets criticized for the way that it's been aligning itself with all these but it's the establishment cryptocurrency. I mean, the fact of the matter is it's not going to look pretty when we see a lot of these different institutions getting involved. As far as I mean by saying that is the fact of the matter is it's not necessarily going to be the Satoshi Nakamoto original philosophy that was like the founding principle of Bitcoin. That's not what Ripple aims to do. I don't think that's ever what Ripple aimed to do. The world of cryptocurrency needs a champion. They need a technology that's going to connect the mainstream with the underground. It needs a cryptocurrency. I believe XRP could be the one. We see all these establishment technology companies that have been aligning themselves around Ripple, all these different partnerships that have been taking place, a lot of very exciting things happening involving the public conversation that's been developing. I think Ripple really does have a place at the center of it, as Ripple certainly I believe could be the champion cryptocurrency that could take us into the next paradigm and really could start a totally new way of perceiving these things. I mean, we see Ripple on all these different conversations. The Ripple ecosystem is definitely growing without a doubt at this point. I'm sure you probably saw this tweet right here, Coinbase IPO announcing on the CNBC Crypto Trader show. I thought that was interesting. I didn't even know that CNBC had a Crypto Trader show, but it is interesting to see the sort of establishment media aligning themselves with cryptocurrency and talking about. I mean, we knew this was coming. We knew that that was going to be a large symptom of the paradigm shift as it is advanced to this point. But it is sort of a rude awakening to see a lot of these different news. And we're only going to see more of this, the CNBC Crypto Trader show. The fact of the matter is that the transition from fiat currency over to digital currency is going to look a lot like seeing Ripple XRP on the Ellen DeGeneres show with Ashton Kutcher, and hearing about soccer moms getting exposed to Ripple XRP by that sort of establishment token. And I think that Ripple definitely is sort of that making inroads in that sort of paradigm as far as the banks and all these things are concerned. They definitely do have a good opportunity developing with the technologies that are based around Ripple Ripple. I mean, one frictionless way to send money globally, and I think globally really is the key word here when it comes to Ripple, is that sort of international leverage ability that's possible and made possible. So for 50 global transaction banks surveyed by this guy, real-time cross-border payments are a top investment priority, and I think that this ability to send money globally is really a hallmark of crypto, and I think that the fact that Ripple has been working so hard to brand themselves thus wise is definitely, I mean, with Q3 market report is here. I was reviewing that earlier. I think it looks very promising, and this is coming from my perspective. I mean, obviously this is just my opinion, but from my data analytical point of view, because I always think that it's important to look at the data behind these things. And I think that the Ripple works with, and the team that's working with Ripple definitely does have an idea of what's going to be happening in the future. And I mean, I think everybody was shocked to see ZRX on Coinbase, and I think that Ripple would be a better choice, honestly. I think that this is an interesting move by Coinbase to put ZRX on there and neglect something like Ripple. I think that they'll tactically probably have to reevaluate that situation. But Coinbase launches trading for first ERC token on platform. So I mean, it is an interesting world we live in. Do I think that Ripple has a place on Coinbase? I do. I think Coinbase, in their awareness of Ripple, I think that if things were a lot simpler in the world, Ripple would already be on Coinbase. And there's obviously going to be people like this interesting video by the digital asset investor who talks and makes a great deal and points out how Coinbase cannot add Ripple XRP. And I think that this stands well and good, and it should be pretty upstanding. I don't think that we'll see Ripple going on Coinbase in 2018, 2019, but things are subject to change. I mean, this custody thing was definitely a big movement. And I think that I mean, Ripple doesn't need to be on Coinbase, although I mean, I've obviously made my opinions on this known in previous videos, but I think that Ripple is a sleeping giant. So I hope you have all enjoyed this content. I'm actually going to be including a link to this video by Digital Asset Investor, who actually made a really great 2-minute video that puts this recent news into perspective. There's been a lot of different voices that have come out and commented on this concept of possibility. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not your dad, of course. My opinion on Ripple is pretty positive. I could see Ripple having a huge impact on the future of this ecosystem because of the different bodies of power that seem to have aligned themselves in accordance with Ripple. It's not exactly who you are, it's more who you know and who you're partnered with. And I think that as we've seen the performance of Bitcoin as it's culminated until this point, I mean, Bitcoin's not the best cryptocurrency. I wouldn't say nobody would say Bitcoin's the best cryptocurrency. I'd say because with the fees and all these different problems, but the fact that Bitcoin's the most well known and it has the strength of the brand recognition behind it, well, it goes a long way. And I think similarly the situation with XRP is we've been seeing a lot of this sort of celebrities who want to align themselves with the crypto but don't necessarily want to align themselves directly with Bitcoin. XRP would probably be a useful go-to. We have like Johnny Depp's going to be in that movie with XRP. I mean, that's kind of fun news. But yeah, I mean, my opinion on Ripple is pretty positive. I could definitely see some really interesting things happening as they leverage the future of these developments as far as how the global community stands to benefit from Ripple. Definitely good things. So let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about Ripple and these different developments that we've been seeing happening in real time. And of course, if you're interested, you could follow us on our Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber, and I'm always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. And yeah, I think that if Ripple does go on Coinbase, that would be awesome. But right now, this custody this is definitely a big step in the interesting direction. Yeah, so all that being said, thanks to everybody who's helped us get this far with the channel. We're actually right now we're the number 320,000th YouTube channel as far as the ranking goes according to subscribers, with currently 22,000 subscribers. So thanks to every single one of you. I mean, it's awesome to see how this channel's been growing so quickly. We recently passed the milestone of 22,500, which is a pretty big number to me. Pretty soon we'll be at 23,000, and that'll be great. So thanks to everybody who subscribed to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.